Hey, so in today's video, I'm going to be sharing a few solo drop spots that you can use for arena and tournaments. These spots are usually uncontested and are great for players who are passive or for instances where you are almost out of games in the cash cup. With the new season 5 changes, I'll also be revolving these landing spots around areas that are close to fishing holes, since you can potentially fish out rift fishes, which we all know are OP for placement points. Drop number 1 is going to be a hut located beneath the mountain at Misty Meadows. The most important thing to remember for this drop is to utilize an umbrella located on the side of the mountain. You want to aim and bounce off the umbrella, which will let you reach the hut as fast as possible. Once you touch the ground, you want to rush through the door and go into the first room that may have a chest on top of the roof and underneath the floor. You want to first break the roof on top, then loot the chest underneath. Walk through the wood logs and head your way to the small dock near the shore. You want to check if there's a chest underneath the small cabin and grab a fishing rod at the front of the shack. Go to the front of the dock and start fishing. If there are no more fishing holes, you can proceed to loot the chest spawn inside a metal crate. Then you want to walk up a hill and loot a house that has 4 possible chests. Afterwards, you want to head east where you may find a chest below a tree and a chest sitting on top of rocks. Slide down the hill beside the tree and farm up the stones. At this point, you can decide where you want to rotate depending on where the storm is going. The universal option is to build back up to the mountain and loot a little campsite that has 2 chests spawn. Next step would be to either rotate into Misty Meadows or continue to loot the houses following north. Drop number 2 is going to be the 4 cabins located on the west side of Slurpy Swamp. What makes this landing spot so good is the fact that you are guaranteed max shields. When going to this location, you want to drop on the biggest house that is also the closest to Slurpy Swamp. There is 1 possible chest spawn and over 10 slurp barrels in this house. Remember to not drink any shields, since you can get 100 shields from breaking all the slurp barrels. Once you have max shield, you can rotate to the blue shack where there is 1 chest spawn on the roof. Then you can loot a small yellow cabin that also has 1 chest spawn. You can continue your way to a shack containing 10 additional slurp barrels that you can farm for metal or heal if an opponent shot you. Otherwise, head toward a small blue dock where you can possibly find a chest on top of a slurp barrel. Unfortunately, this dock does not spawn with a fishing rod, so you will need to grab one from the Slurpy dock if you want to get floppers. After looting the 4 cabins, you can choose to rotate into the bottom of Slurpy Swamp where you can find many fishing holes, or you can loot the houses along the south side of the map like what I'm doing on the screen. You can then rotate into the factory below the dam or the OG Flush factory on the south side of the map depending on where the zone goes. The last and final drop of the video will be the infamous Flooper Island located at the top of the map. Lots of pros despise this location, but that will not stop me from mentioning it. Flooper Island has over 20 potential fishing holes surrounding the location and 4 possible chest spawns. This spot is very reliant on how good your drop if there is an enemy landing with you. You can watch my video on how to get the best drop so you don't lose these off-spawn fights. There is not much to this location other than the fact that there's 3 chest spawn on the west side and south side of the island. Just make sure to get all the fishing holes, since that is the main source of your loot. Also, try to minimize your use of rift fishes and the 0-point fishes if you have them. They are the items that will guarantee you placement points and help you escape bad situations. After looting the Flopper Island, you can rotate to the metal bridge on the east side of Pleasant Park where you can farm up all the different building materials. And that wraps up the video. Hopefully these drop slots will help you. Consider dropping a sub. Peace.
You think I need you? Don't you know